Alright, so I just filmed my other video talking about quarantine and like doing the room tour. But I'm just gonna do like one more, like a part 2, which is basically just like the like really like big downside to quarantine. I will say you are alone with like your thoughts a lot. So I have like some videos that I did shoot through like Snapchat, like as it was progressing, kind of talking through things. I will say, yeah, it kind of hits you just because you're like not doing anything, and then you're kind of, especially with COVID, like the stress of the pandemic is like, it's a lot, especially because cases have been going up here in South Korea, so restrictions are high. We get all the notifications, especially once you switch out your SIM card, which you'll have to do. And again, I'll talk probably about that process again in like the big like how I got here like intro video, because that was like one of the first things we did was switch out our SIM card so you have a Korean number, because you need that for a lot of things. But yeah, definitely you get bored in here and you get lonely. So like the homesickness part was really big for me. And then just the reality of like being a foreigner, and like the pressure to learn the language. Like I've like been nonstop studying Korean. I don't know how much I've actually like reviewed or retained because I haven't got to use it. But yeah, just, I think like the best advice I can give is like, don't have any pressure on yourself when you're in here. And don't feel disappointed in yourself, because I definitely like had phases where I was like, I'm not learning what I should be doing. I'm really scared when I leave here. I'm anxious. A lot of like uncontrollable things like you can't do, like when you get notifications from your home university, you're like, oh, the time change. Y'all, South Korea is like 14 hours ahead of where I'm from in America. And let me tell you, that jet lag is so real. Like, it was my sleep schedule. It took forever, not forever, it took like a few days to regulate. But I would go to bed and feel tired around like 6 o'clock, pass out, wake up at like 8, eat and like take a shower, and then go to bed and wake up at like 3 in the morning. It was like waking up early was the biggest issue. I finally like today slept till like 8, which I usually get up early, but like it was weird for me. But yeah, I mean, quarantine, hopefully like by the time like you're watching this video or like you're using this video, that's not something you have to do when you go study abroad. But unfortunately now in the pandemic, like I'm lucky I got to come at all, because I know a lot of programs still are getting canceled. So I'm so grateful to be here right now. But especially as a senior. But yeah, it sucks. Like you had to do it. It sucks. There were some positives to it. Getting over the jet lag, taking time to like learn things. But yeah, it was hard. It was hard. But yeah, that's all I had to say for this one. Some crappy coffee in quarantine. We have some delicious milk by name that they gave for breakfast. Yeah, and sugar. Yes, quarantine. I've made my coffee. It's a 2 on the out of 10 scale. It's not good. A little frustrating because there's literally a million coffee shops everywhere else that I can't go to because I'm trapped. So it's like I ate the tteokbokki and the little sausage babies, and then it's just gonna go in here because I don't want the sandwich, because my freaking kiwi is still here. Sana. So I've been in quarantine for like 4 days now. It's not bad. It's not great. I'm just lonely. Very lonely. I mean, it's a good time to be in here because COVID restrictions just went up, so I picked a good like 2 weeks to be in here.
but I'm lonely. Food's been good. Getting here was easy. They took care of everything, so it's been easy. It's just I'm lonely. Oh wow. Look, it's finally a beautiful evening and I'm stuck in here. Oh, I hate quarantine. I just want to go outside. Alright, so it's almost been a week of being in quarantine and it's about to rain. The sky is like about to torrential downpour. I'm kind of tired of it. I'm not gonna lie. The isolation has been hitting, especially today. I had a lot of plans for things I was gonna do in quarantine, but they're kind of just getting like pushed aside just because I'm like unmotivated to like do a lot of things. I have been learning a lot of Korean, or just like reviewing it because I studied for 6 months and then just stopped for a little bit because of COVID. But yeah, we're almost at a week. I think it's a week tomorrow. Ooh, but I'm ready to get out. Alrighty, so update is like 7:07 right now. I'm looking at the sunset. I have less than a week that I'm in here, and man, it can't come soon enough. I'm at the point where I'm just like, I want a hot meal. I feel very, very alone. I just all of it's hitting just because I'm wallowing in it, because that's all I have to think about is like, oh, I'm a foreigner. Oh, I don't know the language that well. Oh, the pandemic. So I'm just like in a state where I'm constantly like processing all of that. So 2-week quarantine, man, I thought it was going to be a lot more fun. I thought I was going to like have energy and like want to do things, but it's not been the case. Yeah, I mean, alright, so I have 2 days after day of quarantine left. Tomorrow I have my last COVID test before I get to leave on the 25th. Super excited. Can't wait to get out. Tired of my meals. I'm excited to see the city, see my campus. This has literally been what I've been doing while I've been in here. It's just hammering in Korean, just because I feel the pressure to learn the language now that I'm leaving. But yeah, I'll keep you updated once I get out.